Hey there. There's been a lot of discourse online right now regarding a new wave of bans and what some could allege is YouTube targeting tech channels, in particular ones that maybe like to go a little bit deeper into computing than your average channel doing their 20th new iPhone review. This really came more in the spotlight when channels like CyberCPU Tech, Geerling, and Enderman faced some pretty concerning issues with their channels. A major topic in this conversation is YouTube's harmful and dangerous content policy, specifically digital security content right here. Now, in theory, these bullet points sound pretty good, but like a lot of times in life, context matters, and blanket rules can often affect things that they really shouldn't. And meanwhile, people who actually should have been the targets of the policy run rampant. So I wanted to take a look at a kind of ridiculous situation where we have tech enthusiasts like Enderman getting banned, even if only briefly, and then other YouTubers like Some Ordinary Gamers are getting afraid to make more in-depth cybersecurity videos because of the content policy enforcement. Meanwhile, actual scams and malware are sitting right there on YouTube. This is actually kind of funny in a way, but as this tech YouTube drama is going on, a cybersecurity research group called Checkpoint Research recently released a pretty interesting article. They did a deep dive and found more than 3,000 malicious videos hosted on YouTube, which were directly pushing dangerous malware and information stealers like Luma to phish victims. Now, if you're not too familiar with information stealers, they're just malware whose main purpose is to gather information and credentials off a victim's computer, ultimately leading to compromise of your accounts. Checkpoint Research has built out basically an attacker profile in something called ghost networks on YouTube. Now, what is a YouTube ghost network? Well, Checkpoint Research has built a handy diagram here. At a high level, ghost nets will have three types of user accounts. Video accounts are ones that post phishing videos, respond to viewer comments, and usually post malicious links in their bio, pinned comments, or video description. Post accounts publish community messages and posts which also link to malicious external downloads. And lastly, there's interact accounts. And these ones try to make malicious videos seem legitimate by viewing, liking, and commenting on them. The end goal of all these accounts is to give the attacker's phishing attempt a false sense of legitimacy and get potential victims to go to an external link and download malware. Not to get too sidetracked, but you've probably heard of dead internet theory by now. And that's really just the acknowledgement that most traffic we see online isn't actually people, but rather just bots. And the concept of ghost networks plays into this. But instead of mass bots just inflating channel views and sub counts or farming karma on Reddit, they can be used to spread malware. If I'm looking for a tutorial video on YouTube, I really only have a few ways to help me know if that tutorial is legitimate. How many views does the video have? Is there community engagement on that video or channel? Do they have subscribers? Stuff like that. But this ghost network thing really takes a hammer to this, since those factors can all be fake. YouTube even removed dislikes from videos years ago, so even if a video was blatantly malicious, a potential victim would have no idea if other real people were disliking the video. Only the bot likes would show. Ghost nets can be extremely convincing too with AI tools like ChatGPT and Claude, since the fake engagement and comments are much easier to make look more human. Back on the article, they have an example malicious video description. You can see that there's a phishing link right here, and then there's a password to unzip the malware once you download it. And then this channel is nice enough to give you instructions on how to use this fake hack tool. And conveniently, step one is disabling Windows Defender. The Checkpoint also has some end-to-end examples here. Like this one is showing Radamanthus info stealer in action. So we have a YouTube channel with over 9,000 subs called Soundwriter, and they have a history of posting videos. They had 23 videos at the time. And they have a video with a decent amount of views of how to get a free auto clicker. And then if you look down here, there's a good amount of comments and some positive engagement on this video. But when a victim follows these instructions, they go to a fake site right here, and they download a file that is conveniently too big for Google to virus scan. Then once they unzip it, they see a setup.exe, and when they run that, well, it turns out it wasn't actually an autoclicker, it was Radamanthus InfoStealer malware. So once they run setup.exe, their victim computer establishes a connection out to a remote command and control server. And if a user follows the instructions and Windows Defender is turned off, the hackers wouldn't even need to worry about AV evasion or making complex payloads since AV is turned off. Even basic hack-the-box level 1 payloads will work fine if Windows Defender is turned off. So moving on, seeing Checkpoint Research's article and the situation with tech channels got me thinking, how well is Google actually blocking channels that are blatantly violating YouTube's policies and are trying to hack victims online? And how easy is it to find videos like this while supposedly new moderation techniques are being rolled out? So let's walk through a little demo of me getting hacked by one of these things. Quick disclaimer for YouTube, I'm not promoting downloading video game hacks or anything like that. If anything, this would be an anti-promotion since, as I'll show, if someone tries to do that, there's a non-zero chance that they'll just end up being a hacking victim themselves. I'm on YouTube right now, but I'm not signed in at all, so this is a vanilla YouTube experience. I'll go ahead and type in free Roblox hack. And literally the first recommendation on YouTube is by this person called DJ Willie Mitko. Probably a fake name, probably a fake profile picture, so I wouldn't take too much of that into mind. I'll go ahead and click on this. I can go ahead and open the video description, and it says to get the executor, check the pinned comment. I'll scroll down. Oh, also, they have over 9,000 subscribers. But here in the pinned comment, what do I see? I see a link to some website, and I see a passphrase to unzip some file you download. I am not going to go to this website on my main system, but what I will do is put this into a sandbox. For my sandbox, I'm just using a site called app.AnyRun. If you've never used it before, it's very useful, especially for cybersecurity roles. And I will submit this URL, and then I'm fine with it just being a Windows 10 system. Just open a new window so it's easier to see. But I'll go ahead and download this. Yep, I want to download whatever you give me. And I have something called a bootstrapper.zip, so let me open that. I will unzip it. And the password is just BLUYS. Alright, it should be unzipped. I'll just open this file here. And then I see this program right here, so let me run that. And then nothing happened at all once I try to run the program. So clearly something really fishy is going on here. But I can go ahead and minimize this. Let me go ahead and look at the connections. So I can scroll down here a little bit. And then what do I see here? I see that program that I ran, trying to reach out over the internet to a random IP address. And let me take a look at the graph. What do I see here? I see that the file that I ran was actually flagged for Radamanthus malware. And this malware happens to be directly referenced in that malware research article that I showed earlier. So this is definitely an information stealer. And I got this malware just by following a video listed directly on YouTube's main website. When I first thought of this video idea, I figured it'd be a little bit difficult to replicate things like I saw in that research article. But what I searched on YouTube was literally one of my first attempts. Clearly there's an ongoing issue where current controls are having problems with preventing actual hackers from trying to take advantage of people, and it does kind of suck that we're in a situation where it took me 5 minutes to find actual malware and channels that are trying to phish people. But at the same time, people like some ordinary gamers are finding themselves concerned with posting more in-depth cybersecurity videos out of fear of violating YouTube's policies. Now, of course, I believe YouTube is taking steps to get rid of these hackers and make the platform safer for everyone, but clearly things are falling through the cracks. And likely a big cause is simply the absolutely massive scale of content that they're expected to moderate. But either way, be smart about what you download and stay safe online. Hopefully you learned something.